individual in China.
Comedian,
yeah. Instagram little thoughty thought. His name is Tao.
Huang Zitao.
Exactly. And Huang Zitao was part of the famous K-pop group EXO. And Tao was recently in a very big controversy that starts making rounds internationally. This guy is going global. F1, Formula One was set to be in Shanghai. Event coordinators decide, you know what? Right before we watch all these people race around in fast cars, super fast, super dangerous, why don't we throw a massive music festival here? A huge concert. We're going to bring in celebrities from all around the world, including ones from China. They're going to stay in China because it's in Shanghai. You get it. We're going to bring in other celebrities. It's going to be a big fucking deal. Tao was chosen to be one of the Chinese artists. He goes on stage and he gives a very confusing rant on stage. Like, imagine you're at a concert, you're bumping to the music, and all of a sudden, one of the main acts screams into the microphone, "I respect everyone."
I told you about this one.
And then you're like, okay, same. Okay, that's a little random and weird right now, but like, me too. Respect everyone. Woo! Everyone who cooperates. Okay, it's getting a little creepy now. It's fine for not showing up to rehearsal.
Huh?
Everyone's like, wait, who is he talking to? I can manage that myself. It's fine not to perform together on stage either. I respect the organization on this one, and I respect every audience member here. Thank you. I'm standing here myself, though, because I will just embrace this awkwardness. I want to thank everyone for coming. Thank you all, honestly. Who he is has nothing to do with me because I don't even know him. I don't even fucking care, motherfucker.
说实话，他是谁跟我一点关系都没有，因为我本身就不认识。I don't care, motherfucker.
Woo!
What the just happened? Okay, you just kind of killed the vibe, sir. Something is obviously going on. This is such a bold statement. He's saying some shit went down. People check his social media page, and Tao, one of the biggest artists in China, starts live streaming backstage, pissed off. He suddenly went on stage. I had to wait for him until 8 p.m. and he said he wasn't willing to perform a song with me because he didn't have a rehearsal the night before. Who are you fooling right now? I did not get any respect. Do you know what I'm talking about right now? Everyone's like, no. If I do not perform with him, what was the meaning for me to even be here? I was told that I was going to perform with him, and that's why I should show up to this concert. I was called because we were told to perform together for 5 minutes. What is the point if he shows up an hour later? Don't want to be on the same stage with me? But playing my song? He's playing my song on stage without me. Listen, do you hear that right now? He's backstage. He's like, do you hear that? That's my voice. That's my voice. He said, it's the first time in my life. I'm 30 years old. I debuted for 13 years and I've never seen this shit before.
自己听，这是我的声音，这是我的人生。我出道13年了，我没见过这种事情。
So he's basically just ranting that he was supposed to go on stage with another artist. They were going to collab for 5 minutes, but then he shows up an hour late. So he's like, I have no other songs to perform because of copyright issues. So this is just really awkward. I don't know what to do.
So he's ranting about the other artists.
And he's saying like, this is really rude. And a lot of people from the get-go, like face value, they're thinking, you know, because this has happened before. This has happened multiple times before where people really underestimate the power of Chinese celebrities. Like I guess maybe sometimes they're not as globally known as like Taylor Swift. So they're like, okay, they must be nobody. And then sometimes there's maybe some inherent racism. So a lot of people are backing up Tao. They're asking, are we really in 2024 looking down on Asian celebrities because they're Asian? Who the f*** is this messed up artist in question? Cancel him right now. He must be a very shit... Martin Garrix is the artist in question. One of the world's most famous DJs. Also, one of the world's most notably chill, down-to-earth celebrities. He's not even wholesome and like, I'm so down-to-earth. Look at me petting this dog. Like, he's not one of he's literally like so down-to-earth. He's not even trying to be relatable. He's just chilling. He's just DJing, going home. DJing, going home. Never in drama. Just a nice, humble guy. Immediately, everyone is like, wait, that doesn't sound like something he would do. It doesn't sound like Martin Garrix. Turns out, it's not. It was the event organizer's fault. Martin was never supposed to be at the rehearsal. He didn't skip it because everybody else was too small for him. He didn't know what was going on. He was only told what he was supposed to do. He didn't even know that Tao was waiting on him.
And our blunt boy Tao.
Yeah. went on a whole tangent. He was in the toilet.
Who's in the toilet?
Like Tao apparently went into the bathroom. He refused to come out of the bathroom at one point. He just threw a whole tantrum. Turns out it was just event misorganization. Martin Garrix had to do a formal apology for something he didn't even do wrong.
I'm sitting there like, what am I doing? So I leave the stage. It's just awkward.
Martin Garrix is a nice person. Tao is quite a dramatic person. The organizers are the fucked up ones. So Tao has to post an apology for his outburst. He says, regarding my inappropriate remarks during that performance, I sincerely apologize to the organizers, sponsors, and all the audience members. As a public figure, my words and actions set a poor example and have had quite a negative impact. I will take this as lesson learned, accept criticism and supervision from everyone, and ensure that these incidents do not happen again. Once again, thank you all for coming tonight. Good night, everyone. He could have just left it at that. But a few minutes later, something compels this man, Tao, to go into the comment section of his own apology and comment, I'm only apologizing for cursing on stage. I'm not apologizing for anything else. I'm not taking anything back, even though I'm apologizing. Just so you know. And then he leaves, meaning he still has one-sided beef with one of the nicest DJs over a misunderstanding. And that made everyone around the world, including myself, because I was on these Reddit threads, and they were like, wait a minute, who the is Tao? And this is the rabbit hole. This is the rabbit hole. So before we get started, quick little therapy is in session because I have a confession to make. For the past few days, I've been up until 3 a.m. and I don't even want to tell you what I've been doing. I'm going to tell you. I have been reading some spicy supernatural books because it's fall season and I was like, what could be better than some pumpkin flavored drinks and some smut? If I was on a plane right now, I cannot be reading this book. That book needs to be cleansed. There's no way I can read this on the plane unless I get an e-reader. But you know what is a hassle? When you land at your destination, you're ready to have a good time. But guess what? You cannot have a good time without an eSIM. Having an eSIM like Saley, an eSIM, if you don't know, is a digital version of the physical SIM card that you buy at the airport to activate a cellular and internet plan in a foreign country. Except instead of having to buy a physical SIM card, an eSIM you can just download onto your phone. All you need to do is go to the Saley's website, download one of their eSIM plans, and you'll have internet coverage in over 150 countries. You never have to wait in long lines at the airport while you're constipated or if you're in a rush to shower at the hotel ever again. Because Saley, once you download it one time and activate it wherever and whenever you need it, you don't have to stress about buying these SIM cards from the booth at the airport that has a long line or those shady people on the side that's like, hey, you want to buy a SIM? And you're like, I feel like you're going to hack my phone. Or even worry about roaming fees because Saley will significantly reduce your fees. Which, by the way, I think I have free roaming on my phone. Or I think a lot of cellular networks, they do free roaming these days. That's what they say until you go to said country and you're like, why is this page taking 10 minutes to load? I'm about to get kidnapped. Somebody needs to help me. My maps aren't updating. I just walked in the wrong direction for 20 minutes straight. So with Saley, it's compatible for iOS and Android. And if for whatever reason it doesn't work on your phone, they will give you a full refund. You have nothing to lose and honestly so much to gain. Go to Saley.com/BIS and use the code BIS to get an exclusive 15% off your first purchase. Go to Saley.com/BIS and use the code BIS to get an exclusive 15% off your first purchase. Thank you, Saley, for sponsoring today's video. And let's get into the crazy life of Tao. It all starts coming apart August 4th, 2015. This is when people really start realizing, wait, who are we dealing with right now? Who the fork is Tao as a person? There was this media interviewer, very famous person who writes on his Weibo, which is like a Chinese X account. In my nearly 5-year career, I have interviewed many celebrities in the industry. There have been stars like Huang Xiaoming, Angelababy's husband, ex-husband, Huang Bo, A-list actor, who are all very kind, very attentive, very approachable. However, recently, I encountered a young heartthrob. Let's call him H. His last name starts with H, who just returned to China to start his career over. It is basically a newcomer here, but he dare 刷大牌.
刷大牌
more than the other A-list celebrities. So I'm like, sir, what does that mean? Okay. Basically, 刷大牌 means pulling out the big card. Pulling out the I'm a celebrity card. This is when you get pulled over for driving and you go, sir, do you know who I am? And then they're like, who are you, Justin Timberlake? Literally that's what happened apparently. Apparently the cop was too young and did not know Justin Timberlake. It's that pulling out the, I'm sorry, do you know who I am? Card. They're like, he's whipping this out more than I've seen other A-listers whip it out. So, what has gone on in this man's mind? People start asking questions of like, okay, well, what exactly happened? And they start explaining a little bit. Like, things start coming out, not by this celebrity, but by people who allegedly work with the celebrity, who are on this team, production team. Like, things start slivering out of the woodworks. And they say, okay, so there's this handsome young man, a celebrity. Even setting up the interview process was really annoying. The publicity team kept calling us being like, we're very popular. Everybody wants to do an interview with us, and we agreed to do it with you. Like, you should feel lucky. You should do everything in your power to keep this interview with our talent. The production team were kind of confused, like, what's with the attitude? We interview top celebrities. You're not even one of them, so like, what's the big deal? The team comes back and says, our first interview, his first interview after returning to China cannot be done at some random backstage event. There must be a studio set up for them. So they set up a little studio. Interview time comes around, 4:30 p.m. The talent comes in like 30 minutes late, half hour late, no makeup on. They were under the impression that he was going to come on time, hair and makeup ready, so that they can sit down, do the interview, and leave, because so many people are now waiting for him. So they have to wait for him to get his hair and makeup done. That's another hour that they sit there waiting. Time is money for these production teams. One of the staff on the side, because I'm sure things are tense, like everybody knows he's late, everybody's trying to be nice, but also give him like the, hey, can you hurry at the up energy? One of the staff members just blurted out like, wow, you're so handsome, you kind of look like Hwang Bo, which is a very famous celebrity. Very famous celebrity.
Talented.
Very talented.
Very beloved.
I know nothing about him, so I'm just repeating what he's saying. Don't shoot the messenger.
Literally one of the goats.
How would you describe him? Who is like the American?
Well, I don't know American actors like that.
Oh, but you know Hwang Bo.
Hwang Bo, yes.
Yeah, Hwang Bo.
He's in the same league as
Jay Chou.
No. I wouldn't go there. Same league as Wang Baoqiang. The one we talked about, that the wife is Ma Rong.
Yes.
So they're in the same league.
Yes.
Not the most handsome, but very, very much talented. Their charisma, their skill and talent, all of it. The level of professionalism makes up for their appearances.
He said it, not me. Like, he's famous for his talent and his personality
He's
versus his conventional looks.
Yes.
Like, his acting is Oscar winning. Okay?
Yes.
That's what you're telling me.
Yes.
Right. That's a compliment then, because you're saying you look like one of the goats. The whole team stops. They spin around. How does he look like Hwang Bo? The people around them are like, whoa, wait. That was just like a passing comment. This is weird. This is like weird energy. Why are you guys getting all riled up? Anyway, his team are very unhappy about this. And they're like, you know what? Because you said that, we're actually going to spend another 40 minutes fixing his hair, because you just said he looks like Hwang Bo. And we don't want him to have the same hair as Hwang Bo. So they fix his hair. And now at this point, the interviewer, the celebrity, has been waiting over 2 hours to do this interview. But he's a professional. He doesn't get upset. He doesn't let it get in his way. He sits there, he does the interview, and then he leaves. This comes up in 2015, and I don't know why they did it like this. The interviewer decides he's going to give us some clues. So he posts like a black shadow of the celebrity that he's talking about in this. He says his first name starts with an H, and also here's his side profile, right? It kind of looks like a rooster, first of all. Like, why does it look like a chicken? It's the side profile, the hair is going up, it looks like it's about to cock-a-doodle-doo in 2 seconds, but all the comments are like, wait, I think it took us 0.2 seconds to figure out who the fuck this is. At first I thought it was a graphic that they made. I thought someone sat there and created like a shadow of a man. In fact, I think they took the celebrity they were talking about, someone went into Adobe Photoshop and then just outlined his side profile, colored it black. Like that. Just compare it with this picture. The celebrity in question is Tao, former EXO member Tao. Now, in response to this, Tao and his team make a very firm statement. In fact, Tao's manager comes out on Weibo and he says, you guys are all misunderstanding what actually happened, okay? Nobody was offended because Tao looks like Hwang Bo. First of all, he looks nothing like Hwang Bo. Second of all, they were talking to me. Okay, they said I look like Hwang Bo. They were teasing me in the dressing room that I look like Hwang Bo. Okay, but somehow Tao got caught in the crossfire. It was all misunderstood that he was really unhappy about it. But the misunderstandings are all caused because I look like Hwang Bo. Okay, Tao, I just want to publicly say that I'm so sorry. He then posts pictures of him and Hwang Bo. Guys, they're identical. I'm so sorry. They're identical. They look like they have the same mother. Like maybe a different father, but they for sure have the same mother. In fact, I will send them free 23andMe's. Like this. They look the same. Now Tao then retweets this article and says, I'm fine, brother, don't worry. But also, Mr. Hwang Bo is my idol. I would never pull the Shraddha Pai card. All the hard work that I've done now is to get a card. You guys, I haven't even gotten to the poker table yet. I'm just trying to get one card. So that's the statement that's made. Everybody just jumps over it. I mean, the fans are like, we get it. It's a misunderstanding, not a big deal. It's not really a scandal. And then the disciplinary committee of the entertainment industry comes forward. You're like, when did that committee exist? It's not. It's a one-member committee. It's Wang Sutong. He is the committee. Wang Sutong is the AMC billionaire's son. And he comes out and he starts criticizing Tao. He says, you're so ugly. You're as ugly as a horse. Isn't Hwang Bo so much more handsome than you? I will reveal all the one-night stands you made in the name of dating. You're such an idiot.
This is like typical Wang Sutong behavior. This is him dissing Tao, but he does this to like 10 celebrities a day. So
yes.
This is kind of like a common behavior.
It's like a diss, but also I don't think that he thinks anything further or deeper. Ever. Like, I think he tweets this and then completely forgets about these celebrities. Like, I don't think he genuinely is sitting here hating on these celebrities most of the time, right? So that's like his first little mini scandal. Now, September 2015, this is actually a real scandal and people are very divided about it. Leave it in the comments what you think. Tao gets invited by Versace, like a sub-brand of Versace, to be a part, to watch, be on the front row of the Spring Summer Fashion Week in London. He shows up. It's opening day of the show. And Tao is supposed to wear this lightning blue colored suit. What is lightning blue, you ask? Okay, let me try to describe it. It's more blue than royal blue. It's not navy blue. It's like bright neon blue. I don't know how it's primary color blue, but a little bit better than that. It's very fucking blue. I don't know how else to describe. It's so blue. He pairs it with light blue contact lenses. He's got brown hair. And during the middle of the runway, you see him walking with the models in this blue suit. So you're like, whoa, what's going on? Tao is a Chinese model for Versace now? Are they gonna like announce some sort of brand ambassadorship with Versace? This was not part of the plan. Apparently, Tao comes to the fashion show late. He has to get to his front row seat, but the models are already walking. There's nowhere to get to his seat without walking the runway. So he just randomly decides to find an opening in between models, step in, and start walking the runway. And then once he reaches his seat, he plops his ass down. What is going on? He's also sitting next to like a Vogue editor and she just looks pissed about the whole thing. The whole thing is made even worse because every fashion show has a theme. Every fashion show has like an aesthetic that they're going for. They're wearing a lot of white and black and grays. It's very neutral tones. And here he is in his royal red, white, and blue looking blue colored suit, just walking down the runway. It's breaking up the cohesiveness of the look. The creative vision is getting soiled by Tao. And Tao goes online to explain, no, it's actually not really my fault because my makeup and hair were done according to the expected time and I left an hour earlier. But the traffic jam in London? Unpredictable. I was very anxious, you know? Me and my team, we were even like running 8 blocks to the show. So sorry about that. It's very blunt. He's just like, I tried and then I did get to the show, right? Some fans thought it was kind of cute and frank, and they're like, you know what? It makes sense. Other people were like, this is so messed up. There have been so many instances of fashion designers not being able to utilize what they did on the runway because something ruined it. Like there was a misplaced something, like they can't advertise anymore. They're like, this is just rude. You're making an embarrassment out of Chinese netizens and like Chinese people by showing up late at London Fashion Week. But I will say, a lot of people also commented, I mean, what's the big deal? His walk was fire. His walk, I will say when I saw it, I didn't realize he was Tao. I thought he was one of the models.
Really?
Yeah. He's really tall and he was doing that like model walk.
That's even funnier.
Like I felt like he was about to bite his lip and like wink at someone. And I'm like, model, I guess. Like it makes sense. Like his walk was kind of good. Yeah. And then people were just commenting. I mean, even Anna Wintour can't pull this off. This is crazy. The fact that he's doing that. And of course, Wang Sutong, his number one hater, tweeted, skilled in taking advantage of walking on the runway. Tao brings us so much joy every day. Please don't smear him. Protect Tao. He's being sarcastic. Yeah. Now, anyway, another well-known blogger comes out and sarcastically starts poking fun at Tao. And he says, do you guys know how Fashion Week works? If Tao is truly a huge international superstar, they won't even start the show until he shows up. So the fact that he's walking in with the models, I don't know, I'm just saying. He's not as big as he thinks he is. And then other people were coming into the comments being like, actually, the fact that when you go to fashion shows, if you're late, they don't let you in. There have been so many Chinese celebrities who weren't allowed into fashion shows because they were late. They will close the doors because you can't interrupt. But the fact that he was allowed in either is because he's such a big celebrity, or B, this was all planned. This was all some sort of PR for Versace. Okay, like hype it up. Which kind of makes sense. I don't know. What do you believe?
I don't think so. He could have just wore like one of the outfits.
But then he wouldn't stand out.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, what are your thoughts? So this is like at the peak of his idol stardom, and Wang Sutong starts tweeting, after I saw so many stupid Tao fans, I decided to be his number one hater for the rest of my life. So this is like the energy Wang Sutong is giving. And he starts tagging this account on Weibo. And I wouldn't call it a hate account, but it's an account that makes fun of Tao. That's the whole account. They make memes of Tao. They make fun of Tao. And there's so many memeable moments. I don't even know how to explain. During all of the years that he's been famous, even when he was an idol in Korea, people have been taking screenshots of him and turning them into memes in China. His most famous contribution to the meme community is his slogan, I won't go die easily. Like, it's such a bizarre slogan. Okay, he says, I won't go die easily. The term I won't go die easily actually comes from an old EXO freestyle concert he did. So there was an EXO concert and Tao decides, you know what, this is my time to shine. This is my time to show off my freestyling skills. So he takes the mic and you actually see many members of EXO in there, including one that we have talked about. Anyway, he goes onto the mic and he says, listen my freestyle.
Listen my freestyle.
Some people scold me and make rumors, trying to make me angry, trying to make me lose confidence. Haha, don't be naive. This is my life. He's saying don't be naive. He says, I am fine. I won't go die easily. So there comes the birth of the saying, I won't go die easily. And it becomes the number one meme at the time.
Okay, to clarify.
Yes.
Basically, when he said, the way he said, I won't go die easily or something, it sounded really funny. So go die, we write it out in Chinese is go die. So the pronunciation of go die means dog belt. So Chinese people start typing in Chinese character, dog belt, meaning go die. Go die. I don't know. It just became a random internet meme that goes super viral.
I have to show you the memes, honey. Okay, so this is one meme. Okay, so go die. I mean, honestly, kind of good. Okay, this one I chuckled out loud. Okay.
You chuckle out loud?
It says your mom's ashes. I don't know.
What?
It's just so. Is that a spray kit? Like what? I just wondered. Like, why does his arm look so short? Why does he look so serious? Like, is that his sleeve or is he that pale? Ask me what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
Your mom's ashes.
What?
This one says, smile to live on. He just has such a memeable face. I'm sorry. I'll just show you one more, which is who you think you are. Wait, I have to show you one last one. Xiao Shabby. This is Shabby.
All right.
Guys.
You don't show off too much of your
I
Chinese
got
now.
freaking tricked. Okay, he was like, hey, honey, I want to teach you how to say something, okay? And he goes, you say, 没事小小逼, right? And I said, okay. And you say it, he's like, say it like that, cutely. 没事小小逼. So I go, 没事小小逼. And he says, I'm like, what does that mean? Oh, it means, no problem, you silly little cunt. And then he's like, you say it because it's like really cute. You're like calling someone a bitch, like stop it, bitch, right? So I'm like, okay. I try to use it with Tiffany. She drops her chopsticks. This girl drops her chopsticks. She's like, Stephanie, where are you learning? She's saying it's really aggressive. You cannot
it really
say that.
depends on who says it though.
She says she never uses that.
No, this is the thing about it is you can use it pretty aggressively. I would say 90% is aggressive. But 10% between like the right couple, like you can make it work.
Like the right relationship?
Yeah.
So this is the test of the relationship.
Yeah.
小小逼. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, if you have a Chinese boyfriend or girlfriend, maybe not a parent.
Like you have to say 小, like little, like little
Little
stuff.
stupid.
Yeah. Don't say it's from us.
Yeah, no. And if you are watching this with your parents, 对不起. Sorry, I'm usually a really good influence. Later, when Tao was asked about these memes, because there's so many memes, and at one point they were like the only memes circulating, he just sat there and said, I'm not offended. I also use those memes. So that's like his energy. Honestly, I stan him after this. Like, after all this research, I kind of stan this guy. So let me continue. And you know how sometimes celebrities do things that are annoying, but when other celebrities do it, why is it not as annoying? Why is it more entertaining than it is annoying? So for example, people don't really love it when celebrities just show off so aggressively. Like, if they're trying to like make a pasta and they show off their $100,000 watch, it's like, come on now, you're just doing a lot. But for some reason, the way he does it, I kind of like it. Like, why would anyone need to wear two watches? Why would anyone need to wear two watches on one hand? It doesn't even make sense to me. How much are these watches?
They look like $1 million each.
Bah. He just hashtags Richard Mille. That's it, okay? He's showing off his Louis Vuitton. But the way he does it, it's not even casual flex. It's not even like, let me just casually take a picture of my breakfast and you see all my designer goods in the background. No, it's like an Avengers lineup photo.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like he's showing off his Pokemon cards.
Yeah, okay, let me explain. Okay, this is how it works. He loves to show off and he can't help it. Like, he literally like cannot help it. He loves to show off. If you go on his Instagram, all he does is show off.
Okay.
Like his wealth, his money, his cars and watches and everything, right? And the way he does it is so obnoxious.
Yes.
So it goes from what the f to like, oh my god, and then it's overboard obnoxious. It becomes funny.
Yes.
And when it becomes funny, then you just have to laugh.
Yes.
After you laugh, you're like, oh wow. This is entertaining.
Yes.
But then no matter how much people make fun of him for doing that, he keeps doing it.
And it's even more entertaining.
Exactly. So at a certain point, you're like, damn, you bring so much joy. I like you. Like, you are funny.
You deserve a Richard Mille.
Yeah, like,
Maybe not,
because
but
you're so funny.
Yeah, it's fascinating. You gotta show off obnoxiously. Moral of the story for this one is that if you're gonna flex, you gotta be really obnoxious about it. Otherwise, it's not that fun. People don't like it as much. Like, look at him just perched on top of his Ferrari. Look at that. Look at that elegant pose. Are you kidding? He too has a yard. But he did get outed for showing off in a fake way, people said. So at one point, he did go to Los Angeles and he would make these really cringy captions of him laying down on the floor of a mansion, literally right next to a spiral staircase, as one does. Like, you don't come home and lay down next to your spiral staircase in your multi-million-dollar mansion. Like, that's the first thing you should do. He takes a picture and he says, home sweet home. So everyone is like, wow, home sweet home? That's his American mansion. Look at his mansions in China and then also one in Beverly Hills, private pool, oversized bedroom with wraparound floor to ceiling windows. It reeks of money. How much money does this man have? Turns out it's rented. So people were kind of upset about that. Which, like, I don't know why that's a scandal, but people were like, come on now, don't be obnoxious. This is a rented house. Don't even try to flex on us like this. So this guy is probably the most clowned on celebrity at one point. But I mean, don't get me wrong. His fan base is massive. They're terrifying. They're massive. They're huge and they love him. But at the same time, a lot of China is kind of poking fun at him because of the way that he handles himself. So every time he gets asked, he always says, I don't know why so many people hate me. I don't want to talk about it much because even if I say anything, people won't understand. So I will prove it to you with my actions and hard work in the future. I am holding all of these comments in my heart. And all of a sudden, in 2016, people start loving him again. He reaches a new stage of stardom where people are like, holy shit. I kind of love how weird this guy is. And it's because he goes on a show, which I've already said, yes, the title is problematic. It's called Takes a Real Man. It is a national defense education special program where celebrities will go into the Chinese military and train with Chinese military officials, right? And it's supposed to be like a sense of national pride of like, look at our military, but also the celebrities get to experience hard work and military and
bazookas.
And bazookas. This is where the bazooka comes from, where they make him do the bazooka and he goes... that thing, okay? He goes on this show and he no longer has idol baggage. So idol baggage is a term that's used a lot in China. And I also think in Korea, where idols have so much pressure to look a certain way, to act a certain way, and care about their angles all the time in reality shows. So they're very stiff sometimes because the pressure that's put on them is making them stiff, right? He's going on this show, no makeup. You can't bring makeup to the military. You can't do all these things. And he's comedic gold. Everything about him, like every single mission that they have, he is absolutely sitting there going, yeah, no, I'm absolutely going to be the best. Like, I'm ready to take in everything. I'm actually really athletic. People don't know that about me. And then he will score the absolute lowest and he will genuinely be shocked and surprised. And people are like, how do you feel that you are the lowest scorer? And he'll just say, honestly, that was very surprising for me because I thought I would be perfect at everything. Like just the way that he's bringing in comedic gold. He'll even say things like, I just am very handsome. So I think that's my selling point. I'm just very hot. Just straight face, okay? And people started praising him. He just seems cool. He's weird and people like it. To give you an idea of his personality, there was one live stream he was in where someone asked him, if my boyfriend cheats on me, what do I do?
Yes.
And he looks at the comments and he starts banging on the table. If he cheats, you break up. If he cheats one, he'll cheat again.
男朋友出轨怎么样？直接分手啊！这种出轨你还问我？肯定分手啊！想什么呢？哎，你出轨了，我不要你了，你滚吧！我向你敬礼 ，salute， 再见。大方一点，人都出轨了，你跟他在一块干什么？有点志气行不行 ？OK。
And then someone comments, what if my girlfriend cheats on me? What should I do? And he takes a moment. He collects himself and he says, equality! Equality! Break up! Equality!
女朋友出轨也再见啊！这不一样吗？男女平等，知道吗？谁出轨了就再见呗。永远不要。
And he just gets so riled up. There's another part where he's on this show and he's singing while he... Yeah, okay, I will say his career in Korea and then his career in China is vastly different according to some of these clips. So when he was like a Korean K-pop idol, he's always looking so cute, so handsome, right? And he's singing, dancing, not a hair out of place. In China, there's one clip of him sitting on the couch and he's singing for the audience. And then all of a sudden, he pulls off his hair, which is a wig, and reveals another wig where he's just bald down the middle and he's got the side hair like a old pervy grandpa. And he just keeps singing.
That was for, I think he was playing for a TV show, I think. That was his costume, yeah.
Like, he just does not take himself seriously. So it's really hard to not like the guy, even though he does some really bizarre shit, okay? So then he does another side quest where he starts doing live stream selling products, which he like goes on live and he starts selling all these different products of like sponsored brands. And they're random stuff. Sometimes it's like Kleenexes, sometimes it's face masks. There's really no cohesive list. One of his live streams, he sold $32 million of product. And the whole time, he's verbally assaulting his audience. He's just screaming at them. There's no acting. And like, honestly, I might buy stuff from him because of how honest this man is. In 11 hours, he live streamed for 11 hours. First of all, the dedication, the work that was. Okay, don't get me wrong, but like 11 hours doing anything is a lot of time, right? And he sold 1.6 million orders, and one of the product sales were exceeding over like 75,000 items. That's crazy numbers. And in the process of selling toothbrushes, sometimes they'll have representatives of the company of that product come so that they can answer any questions. And he's selling these toothbrushes, and the way he's holding it up, it's like this bright blue toothbrush. Okay, it's like turquoise, maybe mint colored. And he's holding it up and he's looking at it. Although the brush head is a bit ugly, it can be used for brushing your teeth, so it's okay. And the brand's boss is in the frame with him, on the live stream frame. And he starts looking a little bit confused. He's smiling, but he's like, what the fuck, bitch? And he's trying to be like, it works well. It works really well. Yeah, it works well, but the color is ugly. I mean, I can't say everything is good. I don't like the color. I just don't like it. But it can be used to brush your teeth. So it's okay if you like the color. It's cheap, it's usable, and it's affordable. People are like, what the is going on? One time, he was selling instant noodles. And if you buy 4 packs of instant noodles, they give you a small electric pot for free. Like the ones that you can hook up to the outlet and cook your noodles directly in.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go to the stove, right? So normally the audience is supposed to ask questions like, okay, well, what do the noodles taste like? Like, what's the flavor profile? But Tao's audience keeps asking about the free pot. They're like, wait, so if I do 2 orders, do I get 2 free pots? Wait, what's the power of how fast does it cook the noodles? What's the diameter of the pot? Can I cook like 4 packs of noodles at the same time? Or is it like 1 packet? Wait, can I also cook stir fries in it? Is the quality of the electric pot good? And at first, Tao is answering the questions, each question, right? Eventually he blows up and he doesn't even know what to do. He tells his audience, he verbally assaults them. The pot quality is good, okay? I don't know the diameter. You can't eat the pot. People are asking me if the pot is anti-scalding. And he starts shouting. I don't know. The brand gives the pot for free. Why are you so picky? As long as you can use it, it's a free. They give it to you for free, not selling it. I'm here selling the noodles, not the pot.
我的功率，我有盖子吗？能用不就行了吗？你是送的，不是卖给你们的，我是卖面的，不是卖锅的。
Seeing Tao's reaction, everyone was like, I gotta buy the noodles now. I do. Another time he's selling fleece wear. Y'all know fleece wear? Where are my winter girlies at, okay?
Yeah.
It's not as common if you live in like the South or California, but fleece wear, a lot of Asians wear fleece wear under their clothes because it's freaking cold during the winter. And so he's selling it. And fleece wear is tight. It's very tight. It's supposed to hug your body. And so he's showing it up. He's like, okay, so the quality is good, all of this. And all the comments are like, okay, well, if you put it on for us, we'll start buying it. These comments, his fans are crazy too. Okay? So he's like, You think, but you saying that, I'm gonna go put this on because you're like, oh, I'll buy one if you put, yeah, okay.
穿我就买，你以为这样我就会穿？你以为这样我黄子韬能妥协？那就给你们试穿一下吧。
So then he goes to put it on, right? And he sits down and it's just so tight. It's so tight. It's a black fleece wear. It's so tight. And someone comments, oh no, the little balls are forming. That makes it sound like the fleece is pilling. The sweaters, because when the sweaters are not good quality, they start pilling.
There's a forming little balls.
Fluff balls, because they're cheap.
Yeah.
And he starts looking at his sleeves like, what are you talking about? Where is it pilling, huh? Where's the balls, huh? And then he looks down and he covers his chest because they're talking about his nipples. And he goes, oh, like he realized before. Yeah, he realized by himself that they're talking about his nips.
起球了，哪起球了？哪有球啊？球在哪儿？哦，他们说了，不要在直播间搞我。
And then he's holding onto his boobies like this, and he's like, don't do this to me while I'm live broadcasting, please. People, come on. I'm so speechless. What's wrong with you guys? He's just holding onto his boobs like someone's trying to take a picture of him. And here I was thinking where the little balls are. Yeah, anyway. Then the netizen asks him to try on the purple color. So his assistant brings over the purple color. And the assistant is like, it's the woman's style. It's going to be a lot tighter. And he's like, are you guys messing with me? You guys are playing with me. You want me to try on the purple one? He leaves the screen. He comes back into screen. He's wearing the purple one. Very tight. The balls are definitely there. Okay. They're poking out. They might touch you on the screen. Okay. And he sits down. Girls, listen. This is what the purple color looks like. But look at this chest. But also, if you are a man who wants to show off your body shape, you can also choose the purple one. The purple one's good. You know, not a lot of guys can pull this off. However, me, I look good in purple too. Look at me. I look good. It accentuates. Not all men can wear purple, but I can wear purple.
虽然我是一个男人，但是我穿上女性的衣服的时候，
Yeah, so that's how he sells fleecewear. Honestly, I'm going to start doing ad reads like that. I'm going to start screaming at you guys. I'm going to start verbally assaulting you. Now, Tao's mom is also such a big part of his life. At one point, he's live streaming and he looks at the... Mom! Why is my mom here? Mom!
妈来了，妈妈。
Mom, why did you buy 80,000 pieces of this face mask? Why did you order 80,000 units? Where are we going to put them in the house?
8万没有了。妈，你怎么买这么多单？你买了8万单，家里往哪放？
Oh my god, my mom really doesn't listen. I mean, as soon as I upload the item link, she places the orders. You don't ever listen. And then people in the comments are so confused because they're so used to getting verbally assaulted by him. They go, we're not your mom. And then he gets even more frustrated. I'm not calling you guys my mom. I'm talking to my mom, my real mom.
我不是说你们是我妈，我在跟我真正的妈妈说话。
What the fuck? Like he's getting confused. He's like, guys, don't be dumb. Yeah. No, he loves his mom, it seems. And he and his mom are very cute. And like a few weeks later, he was actually caught on a first-class airplane trip. What? He was caught on first class in an airplane and he was putting on a face mask that his mom has 80,000 units of. So he should be using like 10 a day. Yeah, so everyone starts joking. Tao earns millions, but his mom spends billions for his career to buy his live streaming stuff. And sometimes he'll actually get a lot of anti-fans come into his live stream and they think that he's taking advantage of his fans and selling all these products to the masses. He won't ignore those comments. He'll just stop and he'll start screaming, if I don't make money, who will?
Wait, what?
If I don't make money, who will make money? You are jealous of me, okay? Because I have everything that you cannot have.
Oh.
What ability do you have to be jealous of me? From which angle are you jealous of me? That's what I thought. When the country was in a hard time, guess what? I donated almost $1 million to the country. Where were you? What were you donating?
Dang.
When the country was going through a rough time, all the clothes removed from the shelves, donated to the province that needed help without profit. So if I don't make money, who's going to make money, okay? The money I make, I give to a lot of people. Yeah. Which, side note, he does donate a lot, which makes people really like him. Yeah. He's actually known for being weirdly caring. Like the whole, should I break up with my boyfriend if he cheats on me? Yes, he's screaming at you. Yes, he's verbally abusing us. But does he care for us at the end of the day? I think so. I think he means well. Like he has friends that were bullied from when he was younger and okay, so he has a friend who is deaf and mute. That friend was bullied a lot when they were kids. So this is before Tao is even famous. Tao learned sign language to befriend him.
Wow.
And they've been friends ever since. And so he also wasn't the one that told the media this, because that's also ick. But the media found out because anytime someone gets famous, they're like, "Ugh, let's go dig up dirt on them." And then they found out, oh, so he's a nice person? And when he was confronted about it, he's like, yeah, I mean, I just want to protect him. Like, I don't want to talk about this. Like, that's weird. I'm not trying to like interrupt my friend's life and make this a whole, look at how good Tao is moment. Yeah. So people loved him more.
I think his whole thing is they call him like the 耿直 boy. Like 耿直 means like blunt, straightforward, super frank. You know, everything he says and does, it's like doesn't process through his brain. He just like screams it out, whatever he feels. And then he kind of always lands himself in trouble because like some things he said or does. A little obnoxious. Likes to show off. But fundamentally, I don't think he's bad. Like he always mean well, but he's just really obnoxious. Yeah, so I think a lot of people realize guy always means well, sometimes does not communicate well is his problem. But he's actually a billionaire. Oh, right. That's right.
So in 2020, his dad passed away and he inherited $3 billion, which is crazy. His dad was like a super famous businessman in Shandong.
$3 billion.
$3 billion.
Yeah. And then I think he started a bunch of agencies, right? Like his own business.
He has 12 businesses now.
And it's all like media, in the media space, I think.
July 14th of 2024. This is how he becomes thrust into our Chinaverse by trending on Weibo for a long period of time because he confirms a romantic relationship with an idol by the name of Xu Yiyang.
Xu Yiyang.
Yes. So he confirms, hey, I'm dating her. We've been dating for a hot minute. So anyway, just want you guys to be happy for us, basically. Now, here's a few things about this. Yiyang is an artist managed under his management company. So some people are like, that's a little bit weird, but it's fine, right? We'll get over it. Or as long as she's happy, we're all happy for you guys. Like maybe you guys bonded over something. That's not the problem. They upload 2 photos onto their Weibo accounts and they tag each other. So it's like videos of them hugging each other and then all of a sudden the scene splits and they're in a field and they're hugging each other even more and it's like super romantic but also very professionally done. Like it looks really good. So they share these videos and they hard launch their relationship. And everyone in the comments is pissed. They're not pissed because he's dating someone. I mean, there's obviously some fans that are pissed because he's dating someone, but most of these people are like, what the fuck, bro? We been new, okay? You don't have to hard launch a relationship that everybody already knows about. That doesn't make any sense. Someone just comments, no understanding, no respect, no blessings for y'all. That's crazy, okay? There's no difference between making an official announcement or not because we all been new. This is so speechless, okay? All we can do is give a laugh at this because this is so ridiculous. Everybody is just flooding the comments. They're mocking him. They're saying, what are you talking about? Like, get this off of my screen. This isn't even news. What are you trying to do right now? Do you think we're dumb? Do you think we're done? So the people who don't really know what's going on, they're trying to look at who's Young, like who is this girl that he's dating? Because he's a lot more famous than her. And I'm saying that because he was one of the most famous people in China. Because for the past 2-3 years, these two have been basically showing everyone that they're in a relationship without showing everyone that they're in a relationship. So first of all, they were on this show together where it's like a Produced 101 type of show where you have all of these female contestants come up, and I'm sure they have like the guy version, right? But the female contestants come up and they got to compete with each other to become part of a girl group. So he's a coach on there. She's one of the contestants, but they actually knew each other from before. They were both SM trainees. So she was a trainee at SM before all of this. Comes back to China, she's Chinese, and she starts auditioning for this show. She makes it to like number 8, but she doesn't make it into the girl group because I think there's only 6 spots available, but she was under his training. And the whole time, the way that they're talking on the show, even on the show, it's like very comfortable. It's not like a coach and protege type of environment. She's always poking fun at him. They always seem like oddly jealous when other people are talking to them. It's like a little bit, it's flirtatious. But at that point, people are like, maybe it's for the show's ratings. Maybe they're just trying to create some stir, some buzz, because immediately after the show, he signs her as one of his very first artists under his brand. So she gets signed, and then more starts happening. He's living his best life.
I think she was already part of his company on the show. Yeah, before she went on the show, I believe.
Yes, okay.
So he was promoting her more. I can't remember exactly, but they are already, established like, he's promoting the of her on his social media to vote for her.
Yes, and then afterwards, even when she lost, he starts posting like really gushy, long-winded captions of like, you did your absolute best. It's okay when one door closes, another door opens, and you're gonna find the path for you. It's a lot more than what you would imagine your manager be writing for you. Managers just be like, it's fine. Like, we'll move on to the next project. You're gonna be okay. Come on now. Let's just work harder. But it's very gushy. It reminded people of how boyfriends would comfort a girlfriend when she doesn't make the team that she wants to make. So people are like, okay, it's a little bit weird. But fine, we're moving on. Then in another instance in 2022, Tao is showing someone his phone. Like, he's showing his phone on live stream, and people see his WeChat profile picture, which is like this fucking schmal on a phone. Okay? They screenshot it, they zoom, they zoom. You know those movies where the FBI is like, wait, can you unblur it? Can you make it better? And then all of a sudden, the FBI can see what you're texting from the camera on top of the Eiffel Tower, and you are in England, and they see what you're texting, and they're like, got him. That's the one. Let's get him. That's what happened here. So they zoom in, and they're like, that is a picture of a loving couple on the beach chasing each other. And the girl is Yi Yang. So.
And it's her back profile.
But we know it's her because look at the dimension of her shoulder. When you cross-reference it to this picture of her shoulder, exactly the same. Do you know what I mean? Exactly the same. Now, why does he not come forward and just say, I'm dating this girl? Probably because the fact that he's still an idol at the end of the day. And it seems like a lot of his fans in China and globally did not want him to date anybody. His fans some of them seem genuinely upset at the idea that he's dating Yi Yang. Like genuinely upset. But I will say a good chunk of his fans are like, I mean, do your thing. Don't be weird. But now, is that in Tao's nature to not be weird? No. So what he does next is he tells people, stop with these rumors. He outright denies any sort of relationship with Yi Yang multiple times. He keeps saying, she's like my sister to me. She's a talent under my agency. Do you not want me to promote her? That's the whole agency's job. I gotta put funds into marketing her. At one point, he even gets her on stage at his concert so that they can sing a song called Ice Cream together. The song is not really a bop, but it's not bad. Like, I'm not bopping, but I'm also kind of like, what's going on? Okay, so it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I could not do any better. So they're on there, they're singing and dancing the song, and they seem like just very comfortable with each other's bodies. I mean, they're not doing anything weird. It's weird. Okay, so people are like, I don't know. Think about it. He's so famous. He's at the peak of his career. Would he just bring on all of his talent on stage to perform with him? It seems like he's devoting a lot of resources to her. And then all the people would defend him and say, it's because he's good at his job. He's a good boss. Do you not want a boss rooting for you in your corner? It's a whole thing. And every single time.
There's a whole thing of he only followed her.
Oh, yeah.
On her Weibo.
Oh, yeah. Only follows her.
No, but that was after the incident that she didn't make it to the girl group. Mm-hmm. So literally the next day he makes a long sobby post. And then the day after he's like, this is my Weibo account. For the last however many years, I always follow 0 people. Starting today, that 0 will become 1. And that 1 person is Xu Yiyang, my talent in my company, blah, 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 blah.
Like, this man is in love. No, like this man is clearly in love. And I don't know what else to say at this point. Okay. So he would post like that. He only follows her. He also, sometimes if you went onto his Instagram, people said it's like a fan account for Yi Yang. Sometimes, like, that's what it felt like.
But I think the problem is there's rumors, there's conversations that, are you guys dating? What's going on? But he always throw a whole tantrum.
Every single time. His tantrums are out of this world. I'm about to go over his tantrums. There's one where he's sitting at his office desk and he's running his hands through his hair and he gets so stressed out, all because of 5 dragons. He posts onto his social media a picture of 5 dragon rings. They're diamond and gold. It's crazy. 5 different dragons, right? And the whole point, I think it's like a wordplay.
So 5 dragon in Chinese is 五龙, 5 dragon. 五龙 also sounds very similar to oolong. The translation of oolong is like a misunderstanding of a situation. So he showed 5 dragons and he trying to hint at this whole situation about our relationship is a misunderstanding of a situation. It's oolong.
This is like him responding without responding.
Yeah, he posts 5 rings.
But obviously it's responding because everybody knows what he's talking about. It's not like this obscure Easter egg. Everyone's like, oh, okay, that literally means he's trying to say that this is misunderstood, right? But then netizens are looking at the rings and like, bitch, if I'm not mistaken, one of them looks like a fucking sheep. There is a sheep in disguise here, in disguise as a dragon. You know what sheep sounds like?
Sheep is young.
Yeah.
E is 1.
There's 1 sheep.
Yi Yang is her name.
1 sheep in the 5 dragons, okay?
So it's no longer oolong. Now it's 4 dragon.
Yeah.
4龙. So it's no longer oolong. And then one of them is Yi-yang.
So it's no longer misunderstanding.
Now it's a secret love message.
Yes, it's just his girlfriend's name. Okay, that's what this Instagram post is. And like at this point, everyone's like, honestly, this guy is weird. He's in love. We support it, I guess. But also, like, why do you keep denying it? And it's so obvious. He goes on live stream afterwards, and it's like a parent scolding his children is the feeling. He's like, do you know those 5 dragons?
I can't buy 5 of the same 5 dragon rings. Okay, I have to wear them on different days, so I need 5 different dragons. You think I sit there and I'm like, can you make one look like a sheep? No, these are 5 different dragons that I bought.
And he starts screaming, what's wrong with posting a dragon ring, okay? I'm not afraid to show you guys my phone. Like, what is the fault in this? Please. I mean, some dragons' ears go up, some go down, okay?
The one that goes down looks like a sheep.
Yeah, it kind of does.
然后我明明发了是5个龙，你非把那个龙说成是一只羊。
Does it look like a sheep or no? That does look sheepish, huh? Now, that would be very crazy if that's his intention, that he's actually trying to hide a secret message to the girlfriend, like Yi-yang.
But honestly, I stand. Like, I feel like that's a book talk book right there. People don't stand. People don't stand. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not a bad reason, but it's just the whole thing. Anyway, he keeps screaming, I ordered 5 rings, but you all insist one of them is a sheep. What? Why? When did it become a sheep? Like, he's so upset. He's so dramatic in these live streams. He also talks about his WeChat profile photo and he goes, I just don't take many photos, okay? So I just saw this good looking one and this is my friend. Why can't I use it? I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. That's it. People also found out that they are in games, in some Chinese games, and I don't know if it's like globally. I think so. You can marry someone in a game. So you can be linked to that person as like they're in a marriage, right? So people find his private game account and he's married to Yi-yang in the game account. And he comes out and he throws another tantrum and he's verbally assaulting his fans. What do you want me to do? Marry my mom in the game? I don't have a lot of girlfriends, so what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? Huh? Make my mom an account and marry my mom? No way. Okay. You guys, please, what's wrong with you guys, huh? I'm not gonna do that. I don't have girlfriends, and some people just marry their friends. Does that mean that they're dating? I don't think so. Why can't I just pair with her? Please. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Because I don't have a girlfriend. Some people are like, what is going on? Is this man okay right now? So a lot of people had some problems with this because, well, I would say most people don't care. But the ones that cared felt like he's doing this to trick his fans into believing that he doesn't have a relationship. And he wants to keep those fans that believe that they have a shot at dating him one day. And people just feel like this kind of icky. It's not cancelable. It's not weird. It's just their personal preference of, So to give you an idea, right, there was another Chinese EXO member, Lu Han, who also came to China afterwards. And he was like when they all 3 came back to China.
There were 4 actually.
Oh, when all of them came back to China, like when they're restarting their career in China, they're at the peak of their career. Everyone's obsessed with them. They are the it boys in all of China. Nobody can even stand to compare at this point. They're like the new generation. And so Lu Han, he announces pretty quickly on that he, at the peak of his career, that he's in a very serious long-term relationship with his girlfriend. And he lost millions of fans immediately.
Overnight, 3 million fans gone.
Which is crazy. I think the fans are the problem, but also people thought it was very admirable.
Yeah, they all come around like, well, you know?
Like, don't you want to stand someone who's in a loyal relationship and is like a good person and doesn't want his girlfriend to feel like he's hiding her, right? Like, you got to stand him for that. So people are comparing him to Lu Han. Like, come on now. be a man. Like, say something about it. Like, post about it. It's weird. You keep denying it, and you keep denying it so dramatically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, at least deny it simply.
But not even like, okay, so the problem is he denies it in the most theatrical performance.
Yeah.
And then next day, it will be a leak of something.
Yes.
Like, this happens over and over and over and over and over.
To the point where people don't even care anymore. They're just sick of it. They're like, come on. Oh my God. They're like, please just say you're in a relationship. Like, we can't go through this cycle again. And it's just, it's like back to back, like all throughout 2022, and I'm sure a good chunk of 2023, people would just paparazzi them, or fans would run into them, just checking into hotels together, grocery shopping together, just going back home together to Tao's house. She would come to visit him on set, and then they would get in the car and go back to his house together. She basically lives in his mansion. She was spotted out eating with his family twice. And listen, I just knew they were in a relationship after I saw this clip. The two of them are sitting there at what appears to be a hot pot restaurant, and his mom is there. The one that bought 80,000 face masks. Okay. I couldn't get a good look at her face, but I imagine it's glassy. Now, at one point, she looks at him because I'm sure he said something stupid, and she just taps the back of his head with her hand. No hesitation. She doesn't even giggle, haha. She doesn't even look at his face to make sure, ooh, did I push our boundaries too far in this friendship? It's like...
Not even friendship, employment.
Yeah, employment.
Like, she just pushes her boss's head.
Yeah, like the back of his head. This is giving peak Chinese girlfriend, Chinese boyfriend says something dumb. Like, just peak. I feel like your mom would do this to your dad. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it's giving. Like, I can't describe it in any other way. But after that, he goes, you guys think too much. You think too much. We're not in a relationship. 2 days later, they would be seen in Hong Kong shopping wearing couples outfits. Couples outfits. I'm not making this shit up. They're spending Valentine's Day together in couples outfits. Okay. You see my knee is coming up. My arm is resting on my knee. This is the Korean pose of like, I'm getting exhausted. Okay. How is he not exhausted? We're all exhausted. We know what's going on here. Let's be real now. Now, apparently he actually confessed his love for her at a Gangnam club once. Not the club you're thinking, a different club, okay? He went to a club with her once in Seoul, and he had the love you, Lee Young. I guess he bought a bunch of bottles and had the electric sign say, love you, Lee Young.
Dang.
And people are taking pictures of that. And they're like, now even all of Korea knows just how much Boss Tao loves his employees. Okay, we get it. You love your employees. It got to the point where even paparazzi no longer gave a shit about them anymore. They could be walking around making out, and the paparazzi was like, forget them. Because even if we waste our film taking a photo, if we waste our SD card space taking photos, we post it, he's gonna be sighing on live stream. Guys, I'm sorry. I can't even hang out with my employees now.
I can't even tongue kiss my employee now. Like, come on, please. Is there something wrong with that? Like,
what? So you want me to tongue kiss my mom?
She got a lettuce stuck between her teeth. I'm just helping her out.
You want her to go on stage with lettuce in between her teeth? Jeez Louise. At one point, someone is, so they're walking into a restaurant together to tongue kiss as boss and employee. And one of Lee Young's fans was waiting outside, and he screams, I love you, Lee Young! And there's a video of this, and people say, you can't really hear what Tao is saying, but a lot of the witnesses said he was very, very jealous. He turned to his girlfriend, or no, his employee, and said, someone loves you. They said, I love you, Lee Young. They said they love you. What are you going to say back? You should say something back. Like, literally, boyfriend energy. What? There is also, like, they go on this reality show together as boss and employee, and they're just, like, riding a horse together.
Dude.
They're just, like, holding hands. They're eating the same biscuit. They're leaning on each other when they're tired. Like at this point, guys, it would be like me denying my relationship with my husband.
Oh no.
Like being like, no, we're not together, guys. With that wedding video? I can't even have a wedding video with a friend? What am I supposed to do? Marry my dad? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. But it's confusing why he did that. I will say that. So a lot of people theorize he did that so that he wouldn't lose his hardcore fans, right? But then sometimes he would do this shit on live streams where one of his fans would be like, husband, in the comments, right? Please let me know your thoughts on this. He would bluntly respond, didn't I shatter your fantasies a long time ago? Why are you fantasizing that I'm your husband? How can you call me husband when you can't even hold my hand?
Damn.
Another time someone called him husband, he goes, that's really funny. Please stop having fantasies and live in your real life in reality properly, please. Which, like, some fans were really upset about it. They called him ungrateful and inconsiderate. After 3 years of dating, Tao and Young decide that they're going to do a reality show together called Dare or Not. In June 2024, it's produced by Tao, by the way. So the reality show is organized in collaboration with tourism and publicity departments across the Yunnan province. So they're going to go through Yunnan and just show all the cool spots and all the restaurants and stuff. So Tao invites three to four of his friends, including some other celebrities. And they're just going on this 15-day cultural exploration trip around Yunnan. And during this journey, they're experiencing local culture. They're going to bed in these local hotels or these local houses. And then all of a sudden one night, there's a fight breaking out at 3 a.m. It's an argument. It's between Tao and Yang, which I too get into screaming fights with former bosses at 3 a.m, okay? So people are like, let's just turn the cameras off. It's not a big deal. The next morning, cameras are rolling. Tao comes out and he's sitting down with all of his friends. Young is not there. The program crew, they're there. They're filming this. He sounds so serious. Everyone's confused. Are we getting fired? What's going on? Later, when we go to the next place, I might need to make it public. You see the program guests, his friends, okay? One of them is a famous stand-up comedian who does not know how to poker face anything. They lean towards him and they look confused. What? We just woke up. Like, what are you making? We're making public. What's going public? I have to disclose that Young and I have actually been together for a long time. After he finishes this sentence, the comedian and the other guy on the show look at him, look at each other, their nostrils flare, and they try to act like they don't know what he's talking about. They're like, whoa, this is fucking news to us. But you can just tell they're trying so hard not to smile because the way he's being so dramatic about it, when it's like, have you not checked Weibo, bro? Everybody knows. Like, what? You are living in your own world, sir. Like, what do you mean you're making it public? It's been public since like 2021. What? One of them became a meme. Chinese netizens commented this phrase of, this man is thinking about every sad event that has ever happened in his life. Okay, because he's trying so hard to hold in his smile. And this is their response because they can't laugh. You. That's it, you. And then the other guy glances at Tao. Oh, like directly announcing to the public? Yes. And he starts complaining rather dramatically of how painful it is. Okay, so just to give you some context on why this is trending and how hilarious this whole situation is, okay, is that, first of all, everyone knew that they were dating since 3 years ago. This is not news. No one is expecting them to hide it. They haven't been hiding it, okay? Yeah. Second of all, people are dying. Like, there's real shit going on, right? Do you know how painful it is for us? And he's like, so serious. We can't even show us interacting in public. You know, we can only hide our love in secret away from others. And I'm just tired. I'm tired of it. You know, we had a fight last night because she just felt very frustrated. You know what I mean? Like, I've been preparing for this trip and this whole thing for a very long time, and I brought her onto the show so that we can all have fun together. And aside from capturing all these cultural moments, you know, I wanted to record all of our romantic moments. That's what I wanted. But she just... It's confusing for her because I don't want to make it public. It's difficult for her, but the cameras are rolling and I want to hold her hand and she's getting confused, and we fought. And everyone's nostrils are still flaring. Like, what are you? It's like him sitting down very dramatically telling them the sky is blue. And he's like, I just don't want to play anymore. You know, I don't want to do this anymore. He also starts crying at one point. Yeah, and everyone is so confused on what to do. They're so confused. And they're also like, okay, well, I guess you already announced it publicly. Like, do you want to talk to the producers about how you want to go more public? Because he had this whole thing of going to this little flower farm and putting her on his back and announcing to her that he wants to announce it to the press. And they're like, okay, well, how does she feel about it? And he's like, she doesn't know. Okay, so you're just doing this all by yourself? You just decided that you're going to make this public relationship public again? Like, what's going on? Eventually, he does make the relationship public during the filming of the show, where he is in a rose garden with her and he starts crying about how he was wrong. He felt that because outsiders had misunderstandings of his relationship, he just wanted to hide theirs and protect their relationship. And then he starts crying. I endured a lot of pain. I've been waiting for this day. I've waited so long, especially at my current period. This is again where people are like, this is so wild. He said, I wanted to announce my relationship sooner, but my dad passed away 3 years ago. And it is tradition that I do not announce any happy news for 3 years after a parental's passing. So I couldn't express happiness. But I'm ready to move towards happiness now. With you, I don't want to hide anything in the future. So I can just hold your hand whenever I want to. Which he does already. Okay? Do whatever I want. Which he does already. And I don't need to care about anyone's opinion. This is the life I want to give you. Instead of us hiding all the time. Which they don't. They were shopping in Hong Kong in couples shirts on Valentine's Day. But I kind of stand. I like them, okay?
Did you see the part that he in the middle, he asked her, like, am I handsome?
Yes. He literally, like, he's crying and he's like, am I handsome? And she says, yeah. And she says, you're the most handsome when you cry, so I hope you cry a lot more in the future. And everyone actually loves her for this answer. Everyone loves the whole vibe of their relationship. So I guess prior to this, we only saw snippets of their relationship, but after they made it public on the rest of the show, they show more of their relationship, and it's actually very cute. Tao is 31. He is 4 years older than Young, but you can see their personality dynamic. He's a little bit more childish, a little bit more blunt, a little bit crazier, and she is like this calm figure. Like just unfazed by everything. And he seems like he's obsessed with getting her affection. There are times in the car where he'll be in the driver's seat, she's in the passenger seat, and he'll just like nuzzle his head over to her and she'll hold out her palm and he'll like put his head in her palm and just like rub his face on her palm like she's a mom. Meanwhile, the stand-up comedians in the back, just in the back of the car, all of them are still in the back. Like, what the f***? Okay. Yeah, they're just like sitting there watching this all go down. So they're really cute on the show, but it was trending on Weibo because there was some discourse about it. Some people didn't like the fact that he waited until his career stalled a little bit. So they were saying he was at his peak, and then it wasn't downturning, I wouldn't even say. It was just kind of not peaking. It was not as peaking as it used to peak, right?
Yeah.
And then he was like, okay, now I'm going to announce the relationship. So it felt not as romantic. Yeah. Like when you watch the footage, it feels romantic, but then knowing behind the scenes that it was like plotted out by a bunch of managers and producers, it feels weird. Also, they found evidence that the announcement video that they took was filmed like a year ago or something.
Yeah.
It was filmed
pre-filmed, and it seems like they're gonna launch it. They're still just waiting on the time.
Yeah, and it didn't feel like a spur of the moment
Yeah.
So everything felt very planned, which then people were like, I mean, the footage itself is romantic, but the fact that you hid your girlfriend for so long, and then you planned the launch to coincide with like work projects.
Yeah.
They're like, it felt a little icky.
Yeah.
That's all. But other than that, honestly, I feel like after all the celebrity dating stories we've done, I feel like I stan them. I feel like he's so smitten with her. I feel like he loves her. I hope they work out. She's really pretty, but she also seems very chill. She's so cool. I don't know how to describe her aura. Like very cool, chill, unfazed. Like she doesn't give me the type either that was sitting there like, make it public, which nothing is wrong with that. But I don't think that she was doing that either. Like she gives me like the cool girl vibe of like, whatever.
Yeah, I think he said at one point that she said it's okay. Like every time he apparently like people were making like online speculations and she was comforting him, saying no, it's okay, don't worry.
Yeah, because it seems like, you know, it's kind of to be like, no, we're not dating. What's wrong with you guys? But then she'd be like, no, it's chill. I don't really care like that. Yeah. So the moral of the story is, next time buy identical dragon rings. That's it. That's all I can tell you. What are your thoughts? Do you stan this couple? Because honestly, they're kind of cute. What are your thoughts on all of this? Do you feel like he tricked his fans, or honestly, they should be able to do whatever they want? Let me know in the comments. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.